Police charged 16 people connected to the city's allegedly largest financial fraud to date, while Interpol is hunting for 3 other suspects. A female worker is tragically killed as a wall collapses during demolition work at a Yuen Long village house. And a USP cargo plane crashes while taking off from an airport in Kentucky, causing multiple casualties. Good evening, you're watching Cable News. I'm Quentin Yang. After over 2 years of investigation into the JPEX cryptocurrency scandal, police are charging 16 people, including 6 core members, for conspiracy to defraud, money laundering, and other crimes. In chasing down 3 other key suspects, police are turning their pursuit into global manhunt with the help of Interpol's red notices. Authorities said they will continue to probe and warn that more arrests and prosecutions are possible. Jimmy Liu reports.
Police said they have placed charges on 16 individuals, including 6 core members and 3 stooge account holders. The remaining 7 are either connected to over-the-counter crypto trading services or influencer promoters. They will face a slew of crimes, including the offense to fraudulently or recklessly induce others to invest in virtual assets. It also marked the first time the provision under the Anti-Money Laundering and Counter-Terrorist Financing Ordinance has been invoked. The force is hunting down 2 alleged masterminds and a key member, all of whom are now on Interpol's red notice list, prompting police worldwide to detain them for extradition. Since the alleged crypto fraud scheme surfaced in September 2023, police have arrested 80 people. Investigators described the case as very complex, pointing to challenges in analyzing the vast volume of transaction data and identifying key figures and their roles in the alleged scam. More than 2,700 people have filed reports in the JPEX case, claiming losses exceeding $1.6 billion. So far, police have frozen around $228 million in assets, including bank deposits, cash, gold bars, luxury cars, and virtual assets. Authorities said victims seeking to recover funds would typically need to go through civil proceedings and advise them to consult a lawyer. They also welcome victims to come forward with new information. Jamie Liu, Cable News.
A female construction worker in her 40s was killed this morning after a brick wall suddenly collapsed on her during demolition work at a village house in Yuen Long. Labor authorities have stepped in to investigate the incident. The fatal accident occurred at around 11 a.m. at a house in Shanpuicun village, where an 8-meter by 2-meter section of wall collapsed and trapped the female worker beneath the debris. She was later put out by firefighters and rushed to Port Oil Hospital, where she was pronounced dead. Fei Xiu, chief executive of the Association for the Rights of Industrial Accident Victims, expressed profound concern over the incident, highlighting this is the 3rd fatal accident of its kind in 2 years. The association is urging the Labor Department and Buildings Department to thoroughly investigate the cause and review existing regulations, as village house demolitions are currently exempt from requiring prior approval from the authorities. In response, the Labor Department said it had deployed staff to the scene for investigation. Secretary for Labor and Welfare Chris Sun also called on the industry to implement comprehensive safety measures, regardless of project size. In the face of the legal saga, where a mainland couple's newborn was left with catastrophic brain damage after an alleged hospital accident in Hong Kong 15 years ago, a council member called it unacceptable that the council was given another 8 weeks to submit a report after the prolonged wait. Meanwhile, the Ombudsman has launched a full probe into the council's procedures for handling complaints. Cheryl Yun reports.
Hong Kong's Medical Council will review its decision to terminate an inquiry into a pediatrician accused of a medical blunder that left a child with cerebral palsy and quadriplegia after the city's health chief ordered an overhaul of its disciplinary mechanism. Taking to the airwaves, council member and patients' rights advocate Alex Lam said the 8-week exercise is already looking in the wrong direction, noting that the report should explain the delay, not just tweak complaint procedures. Explain the 8 lost years first. 8 more weeks on top of 8 years is simply unacceptable, he said. Lam also named 3 officials who must face the cameras: Council Chairperson Grace Tang, Director of Health Ronald Lam, and the Secretary of the Medical Council Secretariat, adding that they hold records the public has never seen. Meanwhile, Ombudsman Jack Chan expressed concern over the case and has launched a probe into the Medical Council Secretariat to scrutinize every procedure and mechanism for handling medical negligence complaints and the registration of healthcare professionals. A mainland couple lodged a complaint after their newborn baby was left brain damaged in 2009. After 8.5 years of scheduling delay, the hearing finally began last month, only to be killed by the inquiry panel the same day, citing prolonged delay for a fair hearing. The council made a pivot to reopen the file after the government's intervention. Cheryl Yuen, Cable News.
The 8th China International Import-Expo, the country's flagship trade fair, has kicked off in Shanghai. In a keynote speech, Premier Li Qiang pledged that Beijing will uphold mutual benefits and contribute to global growth. Jamie Liu reports.
Some 1,500 government representatives, international organizations, and merchants attended the opening ceremony, including Chief Executive John Lee. In a keynote speech, Premier Li Qiang criticized unilateral and protectionist moves for severely disrupting global economic and trade order. He said as global economic growth slows and conflicts intensify, it is even more crucial to embrace free trade and cooperative development. Li pledged that China will uphold mutual benefits, continue to advocate for openness and inclusiveness, and shares the vast scale of its market with the world. Looking ahead, the Premier said China aims to expand its economic scale to over 170 trillion yuan in the next 5 years as part of its new 15th five-year plan. The event this year will feature over 4,100 overseas exhibitors from 155 countries, regions, and international organizations, setting a new record in scale. Jamie Liu, Cable News.
Malaysia's Shenzhou 20 crewed spacecraft has delayed its return schedule to Earth due to a suspected impact with space debris, the China Manned Space Engineering Office has announced. The delay, decided to ensure astronaut safety, comes just after the Shenzhou 20 and Shenzhou 21 crews completed a historic handover ceremony aboard the Tiangong space station yesterday. The Shenzhou 20 spacecraft, carrying astronauts Chen Dong, Chen Zhongrui, and Wang Jie, was launched successfully on April 24th and was expected to return to Earth today. The agency reported that the spacecraft is suspected to have been struck by minor space debris. Engineers are currently conducting a comprehensive impact analysis and risk assessment. To ensure the life and health of the astronauts and the complete success of the mission, it has been decided after study to postpone the return of Shenzhou 20, the office stated. A United Parcel Service cargo plane crashed at an airport in Kentucky and exploded shortly after takeoff, causing multiple fatalities and injuries. Officials said at least 7 people died, including 4 on the ground and the plane's 3 crew members, who are presumed dead. U.S. air safety authorities have launched an investigation into the incident. Jimmy Liu has more.
A video showed the freighter struggling to take off from the Louisville airport just before sunset as flames spilled from what appears to be the left engine. It came down and erupted into a massive fireball, sending a huge cloud of black smoke into the air.
Holy
The plane also ignited a string of fires on the ground, spanning almost an entire city block, officials said. Another video showed the plane's left wing was first to hit the ground. The UPS plane involved in the crash was an MD-11 made 34 years ago by McDonnell Douglas, which merged with Boeing in 1997. According to online flight data, the aircraft climbed to 53 meters and reached a speed of 340 kilometers per hour before making a sharp plunge. The plane was carrying over 38,000 gallons of fuel for its 8-hour flight to Honolulu in Hawaii. The crash caused casualties and damage at nearby businesses and triggered secondary explosions at a petroleum recycling facility. Kentucky's governor warned the public to avoid the crash site, saying it remains flammable and potentially explosive. The airport, along with UPS Worldport, the shipping company's largest package handling facility, were shut down. The fire kept burning into the night. Authorities deployed hundreds of firefighters to search the nearby area grid by grid for potential victims. The U.S. National Transportation Safety Board will lead the investigation into the incident. Jamie Liu, Cable News.
Bears are pushing into the suburbs of Tokyo with recent sightings in the city's west, prompting a rare police warning about the limitations of handguns against the beasts. A young bear was reported on the loose near a garbage disposal facility in Hinodacho, just west of central Tokyo, on Tuesday morning, the latest in a surge of unusual bear sightings edging closer to the Japanese capital. Police and hunters found traces of the animal, though failed to locate it. The incident follows another in Aomori Prefecture, where a small bear, roughly 50 centimeters long, wandered into a municipal office, repeatedly bumping into glass doors before escaping. The city office is considering replacing automatic doors with manual ones to prevent intrusions. As bear encounters surge across Japan, the Tokyo Police Department has issued an internal alert, emphasizing that handguns may be ineffective against the animals, as the bullets can fail to penetrate their thick fat layers and may instead provoke them. Hong Kong Exchanges and Clearing posted its best quarterly results on record, with profits surging on robust trading and a thriving initial public offering market. For the third quarter, HKEX reported a net profit of $4.9 billion, marking a jump of 56% from a year earlier, well above analyst expectations. Revenue and other income totaled $7.78 billion, up 45%, as the bourse continued to attract significant international interest into Chinese assets. Driving this performance were record levels of equity trading and the success of new stock listings. Daily turnover averaged $286.4 billion during the report period, surging 1.4 times, whereas the average daily turnover of southbound trading of Stock Connect marked a 2.8-fold increase. On the new listings front, 25 new stocks went public in the quarter, raising a total of $78.9 billion, up 87% from a year ago. As of the end of September, over 297 new IPO applications were active, more than triple the number from last year. Now let's take a look at the stock market. The Hang Seng Index closed 16 points lower. Top active stocks of the day, the Hang Seng China Enterprises Index ETF was down 4 cents. Alibaba was down 50 cents. SMIC was down 15 cents, while Meituan was up $1.30. On to the weather now. Mainly cloudy, sunny intervals during the day tomorrow. 1 or 2 light rain patches later. Temperatures will range between 24 and 27 degrees. And that's our news tonight. I'm Quentin Yang. Thank you for watching. Good night.